Hello, all, welcome back. Let's look into the today's lead code problem. It's a hard level of problem. The problem statement that we are given a string and we have to do some transformation on that screen. What kind of transformation we have to do on that screen? On that string that if the string is a like this, if the string is a, the next consecutive that a string a will be transformed to into the next consecutive characters, and that number of character will be given by this num array. Okay, we are having a this num array like this, nums. So this num array is like this, num array like this. So whatever the corresponding value is indicating by corresponding to the character like this here, like this a, for this a. So if we convert that a into the index, so a is corresponding to 0 and b is corresponding to 1. So in that nums array, in this nums array corresponding to 0, yeah, corresponding nums array corresponding to 1, whatever the value, that the a, this string will change by the corresponding number of element. Like suppose if this value is 2, okay, then this a character will be changed to the next consecutive elements by of length 2. Okay, so what will be b and c? If the value is like this 3, so this b character will transform in this what next character c d e of size 3. Okay, because it send 3. So what will be our intuition here? First I first I was thinking in the similar approach of the same question of transformation 1. So I was thinking that we'll iterate and update the frequency of each character, but after that I think I took a little bit help from the hint. So in the hint it said that think in the matrix multiplication form and use some exponential multiplication kind of approach, means fast multiplication. Okay, so let's think of a approach that we are having a matrix, squared matrix. Okay, in this matrix each column is corresponding to a each character a, like this one is corresponding to b. Okay, similarly as soon as like this is corresponding to z, similarly here also it is corresponding to a b, but this one row is representing that is impacted, is that character is introduced from this particular a, like this. If the num value for a like this, the nums array will be like this, 2 3 and so on, so okay, like this. Then what will be the value for this matrix? This a is corresponding a will impacted this b and c only. Then so we'll mark this b as a 1 and c as a 1. Okay, similarly for b string it will impact c d e e, c d and e, whatever. So it will impact these three characters c, d and e in this way. So we'll prepare a matrix, transition matrix. So this will matrix, whatever the matrix is prepared, uh, so this matrix is for corresponding to one transformation, and we have to perform t transformation. And here if we say number of limit, the range for t is 10 to the power 9. So is it possible that we can perform 10 to the power 9 transformation? No, it is not possible. So is it possible after that, suppose this matrix is created, okay, and we call this matrix as mact, this matrix is called as mact. So if we take the power of this matrix of by t, so is it equivalent to the t transpose, it is equivalent to t transpose number of t transformation. Okay, it will equivalent to t transformation. Once a single this a single matrix is equivalent to single transformation, then the power of this matrix T by T is equivalent to T transformation. So what we have to do, we have to use the exponentiation matrix here and take the transformation. So from that transformation we can form this resultant matrix, which is a power of this T. Okay, this matrix is a power of T, is called as resultant matrix. After that, what we have to do, we have to calculate. But we have to calculate a frequency of each character. We have to maintain an array of size 26 for the frequency of each character in the given string. We have to calculate, okay, whatever the frequency, and based on that frequency we have to calculate that in the end we have to calculate like this. A is coming only once. Suppose A is only once, then whatever the newly impacted, so it will impact only B and C. So we'll count the number of count for B and C is introduced. For B, we will count the number of impacted newly added string is character will be C D E. So we'll count all of the count for C D E for Bth column. Okay. So I think approach is clear, or if it is not clear, let's look into the coding side also. It will make more clear. Okay. So for that, for matrix multiplication, we will take a separate data type of matrix. Okay, so here we are in this matrix we are taking a square matrix of size 26 by 26. So this we are already taken. So here we are using this const expression. This is const expression is a keyword is available in the modern C++. Okay, this basically actually what it will do, it will evaluate the expression, whatever the expression is there, it will evaluate at the compile time. Okay, so based on that, here we are just creating a matrix of A of initialized matrix with 0. Okay, and this here we are taking a copy constructor. In this copy constructor, that we are initializing a matrix from that matrix. Okay, from that matrix each element is initialized. Similarly, here is a assignment operator. We are given the overloaded method for assignment operator, that we can create one matrix from like this, in this way, A equal to B. Okay, this A and B both matrix already constructed, so we are just initializing the matrix A from B. Okay, like this. So, and there is we are having a non-member overloaded function for multiplying two matrix. Okay, U and V matrix together. So for that we are taking a matrix W, and after that we'll do the matrix multiplication here. So what we did, we'll take as it is a squared matrix, we'll take a loop of over the matrix. Okay, then we'll take a loop from k equal to 0 to L, and in that we'll do the matrix multiplication. Means we have to do here row by column. Okay, row of youth matrix and the column of with matrix. Okay, and we have to take the multiple of each component. Okay, in the end we'll return the whatever the resultant matrix. And here we are taking a one identity matrix. Identity matrix is W. In identity matrix is called which matrix? A matrix where each diagonal, all the diagonal, suppose it is of 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, if it is of 3 cross 3, then in that all diagonal value will be 1. This is known as identity matrix. Okay, so here it will create one matrix. Okay, W, and it will initialize all the diagonal components by 1. Here we are just using exponentiation multiplication, where we taken the given the transition matrix X and do the take the power of Y. So Y here is the number of transformation we have to apply on that. So first we will take identity matrix, here one identity matrix, and current value, whatever the current, okay, is X. So how we can perform the multiplication? Whatever the method is for whatever the formula for this first multiplication, this answer will be initialized from 1. So for 1 we taken here as a identity matrix. After that till y we have to do the while loop. Okay, we have to calculate the power. If the y is even, if the y is odd, okay, if the y is odd, then we have to update the answer by multiply by whatever the current value of x. Okay, and this current value of current is updated from the matrix, whatever the r matrix. Okay, here we are updating answer. Now we have to update the current, means here we are just doing the square of this matrix. Okay, and here we are dividing the matrix by 2. Either we can do by 2 or either we can do right shift by 1. Okay, in the end we'll return the matrix, whatever the resultant matrix, means this answer will take the matrix which is the power x to the power y. Okay, it is a resultant equivalent to this x matrix to power y. Okay, so now we here we have to think about our logic. What will be our logic? So what will be our logic? We have to create one empty matrix, transition matrix. In that transition matrix we have to update a single transformation. What will be the resultant value for single transformation? That for the ith, we here we are just calculating whatever the value for the ith character. This for ith character, what and all the character will be impacted I plus j, because we are going to impact the next consecutive elements. So here we'll iterate over the all character, all 26 character 0 to 26. Okay, all 26 character, and here we are just checking the equivalent number corresponding to that character in the nums array. Till for that array value, this for that value num of I is represent that consecutive and consecutive n elements we have to update. Means this, if corresponding to this a, suppose if corresponding value of to a is 2, then we have to append b and c. Okay, so we'll update here the I plus j value, I plus j value is impacted for by the ith character. Okay, we'll update here. Based on that, first we'll take the t transform. First on the single transformation we'll do t transformation by taking their power of t. After that we'll create here one answer. Okay, here we just calculating the frequency of each character. For counting the frequency and storing the frequency, we'll take one frequency array, and here we just calculating the frequency of each character. After that we have to iterate over for each characters a to z. Okay, and for each character now here we have to check, we here we have to check in the resultant array, in the resultant column of the corresponding element, corresponding ith. Okay, corresponding whatever the corresponding a, like this a. For this a we are just going through this whole column, whatever the a, for this a we are going for whole this column. For b we are going for whole this column. For z we are going for whole this column, and take sum of all the element in the final transition matrix. Okay, in the whatever the final resultant matrix, so I and j. Okay, whatever the value in this j, we will take it up and take the multiple with j, whatever the frequency of that character, will take it up here. Okay, the simple approach here it is. In the end we'll just return the answer. Now we have to take one thing, that this value, this multiple will go beyond out of the range. That's why we'll take this multiple in the long. Okay, to convert, we are just converting here into the long, and after converting will add up the resultant value in answer. So it will store all resultant value in the temporary object, and after that in the from that temporary object we'll take the mode, and after that when we compress the result in the integer range, only then we'll append that in the answer, and in the end we'll returning our answer. So because this answer will be more than, that's why we'll take this mode 10. Okay, I think the approach is very clear to all of you. Okay, thank you. I'll just comment on my video to let me know where I am lacking, and if I am unable to explain my approach, so just let me know based on the comments. Thank you all. Bye.